Okay, so I'm going to start the Algebra 1 final exam review. You have $30 to spend on downloading songs on your iPod. Company A charges 79 cents per song, and Company B charges 99 cents per song. You plan on buying songs from both companies. Write an equation that models this situation. Remember to define your variables. So I'm going to say that X equals the number of songs from Company A, and I'm going to say Y equals the number of songs from Company B. I know that Company A charges 79 cents per song, so it's 79 cents times each song from Company A, plus the number of songs from Company B is 99 cents, so that is 99 cents per song, and I have $30 to spend. So typically what we would think is that this would be an inequality. We are on the equations section of this, not the inequality section, so we're going to say that we're going to use all of the money and make it equal to 30. It says write an equation. That's all we did. There's nothing to solve. Given the equation of 2m plus 5h equals 3, solve for m. So that means we want this term by itself. I'm going to start off by subtracting 5h from both sides. So I have 2m equals 3 minus 5h. I still need m by itself. I'm going to divide everything by 2 and have m equals 3 minus 5h all over 2. Because I am not graphing this, writing it this way is fine. You could have divided each term by 2, and you would have ended up with m equals 3 over 2 minus 5 halves times h. So either one of those two equations will be fine. For number 3, we are solving for c, so that means we want this term by itself. So I'm going to subtract 6 on both sides and get negative 8c equals d minus 6. You divide everything by a negative 8. So I have c equals d minus 6 all over a negative 8. You could have also split it up and had c equals d over a negative 8. Remember, a negative divided by negative is a positive 6/8. You should get in the habit of always reducing fractions. So that is another option, and I think there's another option on the key as well. So number 4 says the local animal shelter has an adoption event on Saturday. Dogs cost $25, while cats cost $10. The shelter brought in this much money. What are possible combinations of sales? So what I would be doing is thinking about, if I say that X equals the number of dogs, and I say Y equals the number of cats, so I'm thinking of 25x plus 10 times the number of my cats. I know it has to equal $850. So these are the plug and chug. So I want to put a 20 in here and a 35 in here. So 25 times the 20 plus the 10 times the 35 should equal 850. So if I plug that in, 25 times 20 plus the 10 times the 35, it does equal 850. So 850 equals 850. So this is a solution. And the only other solution would be C. So if you were to plug in 15 and 38, so let's go ahead and do that. So 25 times my 15 for the dogs, plus 10 times my 10 cats, no, 38 cats, should equal 850. And when I put that in my calculator of 25 times 15 plus 10 times the 38, I get 755. So that's why that combination does not work, and you would find out that that one would also not work. Number 5, given the equation of 6k plus 4 equals 12, which equations are equivalent? Be able to explain the step. So the first thing I notice is that this has a relationship of dividing by 2. So if I take my original and divide every term by 2, I do get A. If I look at B, I'm going to write my original on here again. So there's part of my original and there's part of my original. So what we are doing is just subtracting 7 on both sides. So that means that would also be true. For this one, it looks like they started to kind of rearrange some stuff. So 6k plus 4 equals 12. So now the 12 and the 6k are on the same side. So in order to do that, I would have to subtract 6k on both sides and get 4 equals 12 minus 6k, not plus 6k. So that is not a solution. And it looks over here, there's my original, so it looks like I've been dividing 2 of the terms by 6, and you should have divided all of them by 6. So that is also not going to be equivalent. Given the equations of 2x minus 3y equals negative 3, which ordered pairs are solutions. So again, a plug and chug. Remember, all ordered pairs are x comma y. So 2 times my 3 minus 3 times my 3 equals a negative 3. So all I'm doing is I'm replacing my x value, replacing my y value, and seeing if it ends up being true. So I have 6 minus 9 equals negative 3. Negative 3 does equal negative 3, so it is a solution. If I look at B, so I have 2 times my x minus 3 times my y equals negative 3. 0 plus 3 equals a negative 3. 3 does not equal a negative 3. So that is not a solution. Looking at negative 5 and negative 4, so 2 times my x of negative 5, oopsie, this should be a minus, minus 3 times my y of negative 4 should equal a negative 3. Get negative 10 plus 12 equals negative 3, so 2 equals a negative 3. So that also is not a solution. And then 5 and 1. So I have 2 times my 5 minus 3 times my y of 1 should equal a negative 3. 10 minus 3 equals a negative 3. I get 7 equals a negative 3. That is also not a solution, so it is A only. So that concludes page 1.